What's going on, guys? My name is Daniel, and this is the system I've been working on for about 3 months now, and yes, it was definitely worth it. So let's start off at the beginning. A friend gave me this MSI P55-GD65 motherboard with an Intel i5-750 CPU in it. Now, as my first i5 system, I wanted to go all out to make it as good as possible without spending too much. Here's what I got. Before I could test it, I had to get a cooler and some memory. Lucky for me, my contact, whose name also starts with D, who I'd bought a computer and some other stuff from before, was able to hook me up with an LGA 1156 Intel stock cooler and 3 2GB sticks of DDR3. After popping these on, it powered up, and unlike the other board my friend gave me, rest in peace, this one booted up no problem. In my short time testing it in Ubuntu Linux, it felt very responsive and quite speedy. But just a random mess of stuff on a desk couldn't be called a finished computer. I needed a case. I originally tried putting it in this massive case that my friend also gave me, but after airflow and overheating issues, I decided to get a different one, but I'm getting too far ahead. After throwing everything into the case, I needed to decide on a boot drive, and I had a 32GB SSD laying around and decided to use that in combination with a 500GB hard drive. After installing Windows 10 and setting up all my programs, it was very fast at opening programs and just super responsive overall. I also later bought a 2x4GB kit of memory so I could actually run 8GB in dual channel, which is fine for what I need. But the old graphics card I was using was definitely dragging it down, both in driver related crashes and overall power. That needed to be fixed. Wanting a graphics card that could do some moderate 1080p gaming but not wanting to spend too much money on it, I thankfully came across this video by Ozzy Talks Hardware about cheap AliExpress graphics cards that are actually legit. If you guys want to learn more about it, I'll leave a link to his video below, but basically you can get a legit NVIDIA GeForce GTX 750 Ti for only $65 shipped, so I immediately bought one for this system. There is a catch though, you may have to wait about a month for it to arrive, but it definitely arrived. Here's a quick unboxing. It seemed to be very well packaged and wasn't damaged at all. So I immediately pulled out the other graphics card and threw this one in, installed the drivers, and boom, my system was running with minimal bottlenecks. Now, Ozzy Talks Hardware already did some benchmarks with this card, but just in case anyone is interested, here's a few with this system. In Cinebench R15 with everything running at stock, the CPU test got a score of 322, and the OpenGL test scored 57.75 FPS. In Unigine Heaven, high settings with anti-aliasing off, it got 49 FPS with a score of 1234, and in Unigine Valley with the same settings, 47 FPS and a score of 1965. Even beyond the benchmarks, this is definitely the fastest computer I own, and for all the work and relatively small cost of it, it's definitely worth it. Well guys, thanks for watching, like if you enjoyed it, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see y'all in the next video.